When you think about upgrading your front door, a smart lock often feels like a small change, but in reality, it can completely reshape how you enter your home every single day. No more fumbling for keys, no more wondering if you locked the door after leaving, and no more handing out spare keys that never seem to come back. But here's the tricky part. Not all smart locks are built for the same kind of user. Some focus on simplicity and wide compatibility, while others go all in on cutting-edge tech and ecosystem integration. That's exactly where the Desloc C100 Plus and ThorBolt X1 land on opposite ends of the smart lock spectrum. On the surface, they both promise security and convenience. But once you start using them, the experience couldn't be more different. So the big question is, which one actually fits your lifestyle better? Let's find out. Starting with design and first impressions, the Desloc C100 Plus feels like a practical, straightforward smart lock designed for everyday households. It has a clean, modern look with a numeric keypad and Desloc's lock view display on the exterior, which shows lock status and battery information at a glance. It doesn't try to look flashy or futuristic. It's more about clarity and ease of use. The ThorBolt X1, on the other hand, leans heavily into a premium, high-tech aesthetic. The touchscreen keypad, integrated fingerprint sensor, and sleek finish give it a more advanced smart home forward feel. If design matters and you want something that looks cutting-edge on your front door, the ThorBolt X1 definitely stands out more. When it comes to unlocking methods, this is where the two locks really start to separate. The Desloc C100 Plus keeps things simple and familiar. You can unlock it using a PIN code, the mobile app, voice commands through Alexa or Google Assistant, or a traditional physical key. It also supports anti-peep password entry, which lets you type random numbers before or after your real PIN for added privacy. It's practical, easy to understand, and works well for families, rentals, or households with guests coming and going. The ThorBolt X1 takes a much more advanced approach. In addition to a keypad and physical keys, it adds fingerprint unlocking and, most notably, Apple Home Key. That means you can unlock your door just by tapping your iPhone or Apple Watch, similar to Apple Pay. For users already deep in the Apple ecosystem, this feels incredibly natural and fast. The fingerprint sensor is also a big plus for convenience, especially when your hands are full. In terms of sheer access options, the ThorBolt X1 clearly offers more, and they're more tech-forward. Smart home integration is another major point of difference. The Desloc C100 Plus uses built-in Wi-Fi, which is a big advantage for simplicity. You don't need a separate hub or bridge, just connect it to your home Wi-Fi, install the app, and you're good to go. From there, you can lock and unlock remotely, manage users, receive notifications, and check activity logs from anywhere. It also works with Alexa and Google Assistant, making it a solid choice for mixed-device households or Android users. The ThorBolt X1, however, is very clearly designed with Apple users in mind. It uses Apple HomeKit over Thread, which means faster, more reliable local communication and better battery efficiency compared to traditional Wi-Fi locks. With a compatible Apple Home Hub, you get remote access, automation, and deep integration into the Apple Home ecosystem. The trade-off is that it's not nearly as friendly if you're on Android or using non-Apple smart home platforms. If you live entirely in Apple's world, it's fantastic. If you don't, it can feel limiting. Security features on both locks are solid, but again, they're implemented differently. The Desloc C100 Plus is BHMA, Grade 3 certified, which is typical for residential smart locks and perfectly adequate for most homes. It offers auto-locking, customizable access codes, and activity tracking through the app. It's designed to be reliable and straightforward rather than overly complex. The ThorBolt X1 adds another layer with biometric security. It can store up to 100 fingerprints and multiple passcodes, and importantly, biometric data is stored locally on the device rather than in the cloud. That's a big plus for privacy-conscious users. Auto-locking and encrypted local communication through Thread also gives it a more security-first feel, especially for tech-savvy homeowners. Installation and everyday usability are areas where both locks perform well, but with different strengths. The Desloc C100 Plus is very DIY-friendly. It's designed to fit standard doors, doesn't require special tools, and typically takes under 15 minutes to install. The built-in display and app-guided setup make it easy, even for first-time smart lock users. It's very much a set-it-up-and-forget-it kind of product. The ThorBolt X1 is also DIY installable, but it feels slightly more involved due to the additional features and ecosystem setup. If you're already familiar with HomeKit and Thread devices, the process is smooth. If not, there's a bit of a learning curve. Once installed, though, day-to-day use is extremely smooth, especially with HomeKey and fingerprint access, which quickly become habits you don't want to give up. Battery life is another practical consideration. The Desloc C100 Plus runs on standard AA batteries and typically lasts several months, depending on usage and Wi-Fi activity. It also includes a USB-C emergency power port, which is a nice safety net if the batteries die unexpectedly. The ThorBolt X1 also uses AA batteries, but thanks to Thread's efficiency, it can often stretch close to a year on a single set. It too includes emergency USB-C power, so neither lock leaves you stranded. So which one should you choose? If you want a smart lock that's affordable, easy to install, works without extra hubs, and plays nicely with Alexa and Google Assistant, the Desloc C100 Plus makes a lot of sense. It's practical, reliable, and ideal for families, rentals, or anyone who just wants smart features without overcomplicating things. If you're deeply invested in the Apple ecosystem and want the most seamless, futuristic experience possible with HomeKey, fingerprint access, and ultra-fast local control, the ThorBolt X1 is clearly the more advanced option. It feels like a next-generation smart lock, but it's best appreciated by users who can fully take advantage of what Apple HomeKit and Thread have to offer.